Christine.
And my name is Mary.
And we are sisters, and we co-host this podcast, Dawson Cries. Listeners, Mary and I have been co-hosting this podcast for quite some time now. I feel like a Dawson's Creek legit expert at this point, I'd say. Maybe that's taking it too far. I just feel like I've seen more of the show than I've not seen. You know, we're rounding over the hump of a halfway point through the season. We're in season 4, episode 17. This one's called Admissions. I mean, we've been with these characters since early on in high school. Now they're getting ready to talk about college admissions, so you know it's been a journey. And if this for some reason is the very first time you're listening to our podcast, which is a little odd considering it's like far down in the archives, Mary and I started it because current events have been a hot mess and very kind of scary, depressing, stressful. So to take our minds off of all that craziness, we thought, what better way to do it than to watch a TV show from the early 2000s and talk about it and record it and put it on the internet. So it's been working pretty well so far. Podcasting makes me very happy. It makes Mary very happy. Listeners, we hope it makes you happy too. As I said, this is the 17th episode of season 4, titled Admissions, and Mary is going to kick us off.
Hi, listeners. Christine, thank you for that great introduction.
Ooh.
Yeah, I can't believe it's weird to have like a season that has 17 episodes in it. Like, that's a lot, right?
That does feel like a real long.
How many are in season 4?
I know, I was just thinking that today. I'm not sure, but I feel like in the previous seasons, I got up to like the 20s, I want to say.
Yeah, if you go over 20, it's like it's a fuck ton of episodes per season.
It's so
like
many, yeah.
It might as well be like a 20-season long show if you're going by normal seasons.
Yeah, this is like, I don't know, this is an investment.
Seriously. So this episode kicks off with Joey sitting in the cafeteria. She can barely even eat. She's just staring lackadaisically into her food. She locks eyes with Jen. Jen approaches her. For some reason, Jen is now completely the klutzy character.
Yes.
It's gone from Jack to Jen by, like, osmosis of their friendship. So Jen drops all of her shit on the floor. It's all of her college stuff. All these, like, acceptance letters, apparently, she's gotten in all over the place. And her and Jack are narrowing down their choices because apparently they've decided that they're going to go to college together, which I guess makes sense since Jack wrote all of Jen's admission essays, so she might need him around to plagiarize her other essays.
And Graham's too, don't forget. We have to have
Graham's too. They're going to have her on the horn because, yeah.
She'll be the dorm mother.
Yeah, oh my God. Can you imagine? She'd be, like, so freaked out by everything and everyone. So, like, through this, we learn that Joey is still waiting to hear whether or not she got accepted anywhere. When all of a sudden she gets a note, and she's being sent to the principal's office. And what do you know? So does the D.
That dirty dog.
That dirty dog. So they go to the office, and they're freaking out because they know what this means. Basically, an administrator is like, oh my God, I'll be glad when April's over. I don't know why your parents can't just let you open these envelopes for yourselves. So apparently the parents like open the envelopes and then read the results to the kids while they're at school. Like, oh my God, that's hell.
Yeah.
So weird.
It is weird. At first I was like, what the heck is going on? And then I was like, oh.
Yeah.
And I was like, really?
Me too.
Yeah.
I know. Like, ugh. So, nope, a little privacy, please.
Half the fun is opening the you want to open the letter.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So, they're, like, on the phone, and we see that Joey is happy, and we see that Dawson is sad. And I'm just like, tale as old as time. Seems to be the dynamic.
This season
days.
especially, yeah.
Yeah.
Joey is like clearly getting good news. Dawson's getting bad news at the exact same time. Pacey is, well, if Joey tells Pacey, she sees Pacey, And she got into her top choice, Worthington.
Made up
And
school.
yeah, I was like, I don't know what Worthington is. Am I stupid? And then I was like, I should Google it, and then I didn't.
I googled it. It's made up.
It's made up. Okay, that's good.
Yeah.
I was like, I really don't know my fancy colleges.
No.
It sounds like it could be a school, but Worthington doesn't really. I feel like no. I know the fancy.
It's so
ones.
funny that they make up one school and all the other schools are real.
Well, they did make up another one. Instead of NYU, it was like University of New York or something.
Oh, yeah, that's so true.
Yeah, and I was like, oh, that's
But then
odd.
I was thinking it was just like SUNY. But then I guess that's not in the city.
Oh,
the
no,
state.
that's right. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was like, that, I don't think that's right. And then, well, USC.
For some reason, there's like so many colleges in New York. I was like, that's probably just another one.
It could, I mean, yeah, I was like, it really could be another one, but.
It was like Manhattan College, like, yeah.
Yeah, you're
It's
like.
very weird to have it be University of New York when D is applied to NYU.
Yeah, D applied to NYU and USC. Maybe you could use
And
the abbreviations, but not the full name? I don't know.
I don't know. So he got rejected from NYU. We find out.
Yeah,
In that
he's not going to New York.
No. Dawson, I don't think he would like New York.
No, he's way too soft. He's
He's
a California boy.
He would get like he would like be soaking up. There's too much that would upset him, and he would soak it all up, and he wouldn't be able to leave his apartment. Like I was talking to this guy today, and he told me this story about his roommate that he lived with just like stopped leaving the apartment and like didn't leave for like months.
Oh.
And yeah, because he just couldn't take it.
He was too sensitive?
He just got too overwhelmed, and like it happens, you
Wow.
know.
I feel
That
like
would be D.
yeah, I could see that. I feel like that could happen to me maybe.
Really?
Well, I don't know.
I don't think so.
Maybe not. I like New York. I've spent some time there.
Yeah.
I feel like Dawson he looks like a California guy.
Oh yeah, with
He's
the hair.
so emotional. Yeah. That's a good fit.
Yeah.
But yeah, I thought that was sweet that Jen and Jack decided to go together.
Right, me too.
And they're trying to figure out, like, they're looking at all the places they got in, and Jack is really pro going to the University of New York.
Yes.
That's where he wants to go. He's like, Jen, you've always told me this is the only city, this is it. This is where we're going. And Jen is really unsure. She's like, I don't know, Jack. I feel weird about it. I don't think that's a good fit for me right now. You know, blah, blah, blah. Jack's not hearing it.
No.
No. He's like, Jen, come on. We're going to New York. You know it. I know it. We both know it. That's our future.
Quit playing games.
Yeah. Quit playing games with this heart. But Bodie and Bessie are like all excited. They're doing some meal prep.
Kristen, it's Bodie in the flesh. I'm surprised you're not more excited.
Bodie, I know. Well, I was really excited when I saw him. I was like, Bodie!
He's finally back.
Yeah, Bodie's cute. I like Bodie.
Mm.
Little baby daddy, Bodie.
Aww.
Oh, baby Alexander did not
Where's
make an
baby
appearance.
Alexander? He's like, no one knows where he is. He didn't get invited.
Yeah, no, he's not there the whole time.
No.
They just don't. It's like whatever. We have a baby sometimes we don't.
Sometimes we don't. Sometimes they have a husband, or a boyfriend, sometimes they don't.
Yeah, it's never explained.
Yeah, it's like crazy.
Yeah, but no, Bodie, let's be excited for Bodie. Yay!
Yay!
Yeah, they're planning a BBQ for Joey.
Very nice, very nice.
Yeah, Joey and Pacey come home. Oh yeah, Pacey convinces, I skipped over this, Joey to cut the last class of the day to go read the letter herself because he's like, something tells me you're not going to believe it until you see it. So let's go make it real. Because Joey, I mean, she's excited, but she also feels bad for Dawson.
Yeah. Does she, though?
Well,
how bad does she really feel for D?
I don't know. Yeah. Well, maybe a little.
A little.
It seemed like it was a little bit weighing on her mind, but I mean, she still looked super ecstatic.
Yeah. Yeah, so okay, so then we're like at Dee's house and the doorbell rings and Gail's like gets up to go answer the door and Dawson's like, "Sit down. You can't be answering the door in your condition. Go knit something. Relax." I was like, "Wow, do not talk to her like she's Hillary Clinton. Go knit something." Like I hate it.
Oh.
Breaking my heart. Yeah, I was like, okay, pregnant women like work. She can answer the door.
Yeah, my God.
Like that was really out of line and
It
really
is. Yeah, you
silly.
could have said it like in a nice way, like, "Oh, mom, I got it. You should relax." No, he was
Bro,
he was
go knit
belittling
something.
her.
Oh my god. But Dawson's like, I'm fine. Don't worry about me. I don't even give a fuck about New York. Who cares? And then like Gretchen like comes inside and just immediately starts slobbering on the D. She like doesn't even bother to like look who she's talking to. She's like, D, I need to make out. And Gail's like, hello. Again, like a little privacy, please. Like, are you aware of your surroundings?
Yeah, Gail's
and,
like, "Don't you see me in my big pregnant belly? Like,
yeah, exactly. My invisible
right
ear. Come on.
here." Yeah.
So yeah, basically, Gretchen can tell that something's wrong with the D, and she's just like, who needs NYU? Who even needs college? Why don't you take that money, that AI Brooks money, and make a movie? Like AI Brooks, he didn't go to school. He took the world as his teacher. I think this is like a suggestion that's been made to D a few times now, but
Yeah,
it made him
Joey
feel
made
better.
that suggestion. Yeah, Dawson must be like forgetting that he has this inheritance.
He's
Like,
like, oh yeah, I have a lot of money.
Dawson.
I keep forgetting.
I don't need film school.
Right.
Yeah, Dawson did kind of open up. He's like, "Yeah, it sucks." Like he is upset and he's letting Gretchen
Right.
know, but I think he's trying to shield it from Miguel.
Yeah, he doesn't want his mom to be worried.
Yeah, which is that's nice. At least that's nice.
Yeah.
Even though he's rude to her about everything else.
Hmm.
Jen, we get to see her interact more with her therapist. It seems like they've moved beyond the transference and they're just like therapist patient now, so that's kind of good.
Yeah.
Um,
Christine. Okay.
ooh.
Well, I shouldn't be like giving a recommendation for another podcast on our podcast.
Yes, you could.
But I was listening to this podcast called The Shrink Next Door,
Mm.
and it's about this guy and his therapist and how he's like basically allegedly like becomes like controlled completely by his therapist.
Oh.
Well, I don't want to give too many spoilers, but you should listen to it. It's fascinating.
It sounds interesting. It sounds kind
It's
of
really
creepy.
good. I
Yeah.
listened to it in like 2 days. It's really, really good.
Oh, okay. Thanks, Mary.
Yeah.
When I'm not listening to Dawson Cries, I will listen to
Right.
that.
right.
Yeah, I don't know. There is something about that relationship that's intriguing to me. So, that would be kind of interesting to hear.
Yeah.
But yeah, Jen and her therapist, they seem to have like a normal, healthy patient-therapist relationship now. And she's telling him about, Jack wants to go to New York, how she feels about that. She's kind of like averse to the idea. And the therapist is trying to discover why. And then why Jen is avoiding talking about her parents. She'll talk about everything else in her like little wry tone, but her parents, she just doesn't want to go there. And it sounds like the last time she saw her father is a memory that really pains her, and it's just something she can't even think about, let alone talk about.
She's blocked it.
Yeah, she's like shutting it out.
Right.
So we're gonna have to do some digging, Mary. Like I think you said last time, you can always go deeper. She's gonna have to go like pretty deep on this, I think.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah. Then I think
then like
back with Pacey and Joey.
Yeah, they're like struggling with the groceries. And Joey like just doesn't know how to react to this good news, She's like, oh, it's kind of weird to get your dream. I don't know what to do with my feelings. But then she finds another letter at home And this one's regarding the financial aid. And it turns out that I guess the Potter B&B has been doing so well financially the past year.
Oh, that's
that
right.
She's
And
not
you know that
getting a
would
full
increase
ride.
with the interest.
In fact, she's going to have to pay $15,000
Ooh.
per year if she wants to go to Worthington. Because she says in her guidance counselor thing, she's like, I'm not graduating college with $60,000 in debt. I won't do it. Yeah. Right, exactly. So, yeah, she's just like, I'm not going into debt. I'm not going to do it. It's no way to start out your life. Like, good on you, Joey, for being very like aware of that. I mean, money's always been very real for Joey. I feel like a lot of college kids, money's like not real for them yet.
Well, I felt
so
bad that Joey had to educate the guidance counselor. The guidance counselor was like, oh, everyone does it. I'm like, this is why we have a debt crisis. My God.
Yeah, well, that is what the guidance counselors were like.
That was disgusting to me. But I was like, again, this is how the stupid system is. You know, obviously it's not working properly. Right. And I also thought it was cool to see it in a show targeted at this age group. It's like
very
a little bit of financial literacy education to the audience directly.
Right.
Yeah, but poor Joey, man. I mean, she gets her dream and very, very quickly it gets really rained on.
I know.
And like right before she gets the letter, I did like what Pacey said to her because she's like, Pacey, I know we haven't talked about us yet, and Pacey just like cut her off. He's like, I'm not going to let us talk about anything sad today. Today is your day. We're going to celebrate. That's all we're going to talk about and think about. And I was like, oh, that's nice.
Yeah, but, yeah, that is good.
But then she just can't have her day, Mary.
I know. Seriously. Oh man. Yeah, and so Joey tells Pacey the truth. But she keeps it a secret from everybody else because she wants to fake her way through the party.
Joey. God, I can't even imagine trying to do that.
I know,
I would
right?
be like, no, I didn't get it. Like, I couldn't.
Yeah. Seriously. Because everyone's so over-the-top happy for her, and she's just like, Joey's not good at faking her emotions.
Oh, no. She's really bad at it, actually.
She's not good at hiding stuff ever. So then we're like, so people are like at the party now. Jack and Jen are still talking about New York. Jack's like, the MTA is amazing. The subway is such a plus. And I'm like, LOL, nah, bro. The MTA sucks ass. It is so bad.
Maybe back then it was better. No, it's awful, right?
Oh, maybe. Yeah, all I do is tweet mean things at the MTA because they fuck up my life. I cannot tell you the amount of like interviews, dates, hangouts, etc. that I have been late to because of the fucking subway. It's obscene. It's obscene. So Jen's like, yeah, spoken like somebody who's never been groped on the subway before. Also true.
Oh, I liked that quote. I did like that.
Gretchen's like, oh, I hate New York. And at first I was like, excuse you? But then I realized that she was just saying that because New York rejected Dee. And Dee's like, oh, spoken like a very loyal girlfriend. And I'm like, okay, I'll allow it.
Gretchen. Yes. I did want to mention before they all went outside, Dawson showed up and I think he brought Joey a congratulations cake.
He did.
And Mary, at that moment, I was like, oh, I wonder if Dawson's going to pay for college. Yeah, right? I was like, ooh, I bet.
I kind of, like, expected it, too.
Yeah, I'm sure. I was just like, oh.
Just because they, like, dropped the hint about, they, like, remind him that he has money at the beginning of the
episode. And no one would forget you have inherited a bunch of money.
It's not like he forgot. It's just, like, I don't know.
Right, yeah.
He doesn't really have plans to spend it.
No. But I feel like, yeah, if you don't...
Which kind of makes me wonder, like, who's paying for Dawson to go to school?
Well, Mitch and Gail, I think they probably have money.
Mitch doesn't have a job.
But Gail was a very fancy news anchor.
She was, and then she got fired because she got old.
They have the Leary's Fresh Fish.
Yeah, now there's a Leary baby number 2, and you know college is going to be a lot more expensive in another 15
buckle
years.
up. It's going to be sticker shock.
It's going to be $15K a year. It's going to be $40K a year.
Geez. I know. When she said $15K, I was like, well, I thought it was just a one-time fee. I don't know why I thought that.
That's not how college
And I
works.
was like, they have 17. I thought they had 17,000. I thought Bessie said.
Yeah, but Christine, that's for like their whole year.
I know, but I was like, well, just one-time payment. She could hustle it up.
No.
I know it would be tight, but
Yeah.
I don't know. Yeah, my guess is Dawson's family is wealthy enough that he's like, yeah, I'll just give you a bunch of cash, or maybe he'll have some left over from AI. I don't know how much he got from the robot.
I know. I want to know how much that robot left him. And as well. Oh man.
Oh, Gretchen. Yeah. So I liked because I didn't really realize she said that New York thing because of Dee, but that makes sense. And then she also is really in tune with Pacey's emotions, so she excuses herself from the conversation to check on Pacey and make sure that he's doing okay, because she's like worried because he didn't get into school.
Well, he didn't apply, did he?
Or yeah, like it's not in his plan. And Pacey kind of tells her again, like, oh, college isn't for me. And Gretchen is like something like, you're the only one who believes that you don't have like a success in your future, and if you keep believing it, it might just come true.
Yeah, I mean, good point.
Yeah, I know. Because, Pacey's parents kind of believe that he's a failure, but everyone else in his life knows that he has a lot of positive qualities, and, he's not a loser.
No.
And then Pacey had a really vulnerable, kind of a very honest confession that he was like, yeah, Gretchen, Joey didn't get her financial aid. It was denied, and, I might kind of be happy about that.
I know. I was surprised he was that honest.
I know. Maybe they learned their lesson from last week.
Well, this is my other thing. I'm like, isn't it awkward for Gretchen to be there when she basically, last time she saw Joey, was like, you're a dirty liar?
I know, right?
Right? Like, they don't acknowledge that. I mean, what else is new, but,
Yeah, because, Joey hasn't told Dee yet the secret.
No, which I kind of thought he already knew.
Oh, really?
I thought Gretchen told him.
Oh.
But I guess not. I don't know. For some reason, I thought he knew.
Oh, I feel like we would have... Well, because it would have been so dramatic. Such a moment for drama they would have showed us.
But it wasn't. It wasn't dramatic.
No, if Gretchen told Dee.
Oh, if Gretchen told Dee. Yeah, I guess I just thought, because, like, I don't know. Yeah, because she was so mad at Joey and Pacey and...
Well, Gretchen's mature. She's like, you know what? I can move on.
Right.
I'm sure she's not going to be like, you bitch, at her graduate celebration party.
Good riddance. Go off to Worthington, wherever that is.
I know. It sounds like a fake school.
Yeah, it doesn't even sound like a real school. Oh my god, I wonder if Jarvis went there.
Oh, for sure. Yeah.
Jarvis.
So he got his MFA.
For any new listeners, Jarvis is a very famous painter that we stan.
We stan him so much. So does Jack. Jack's like the biggest Jarvis fan.
Oh my god, Jack is a freak for Jarvis. Paint me like one of your Jarvis girls.
Oh my god. I wonder if there's like a new listener listening. I'm excited. Well, let's address you from now on.
We'll have to
like address them, like catch them up to speed on our inside jokes.
I know. Well, they'll have to back listen.
Oh, that's true. Yeah, it's gonna be a lot of work.
This will be a lot funnier if you listen. If you listen all.
Go back to episode 1. Then you'll get the joke.
Early on, because it's the episode where Jack and Joey are flirting. So like Jack hasn't even like come out of the closet yet.
So early.
There's, like, so early on.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, and now Jack and Joey, neither of them are interested in art anymore. How weird how that happens.
It's almost like the characters have terrible memories and
or are now completely different people than they were like 1 year ago.
They've changed so much and yet not at all, it seems like.
Yeah, it's very, very strange how that
It's
happens.
crazy. Oh my gosh.
Ugh. So, okay, so basically, Jen has like run off because she's mad at Jack because she's like, you're being really insensitive to my feelings. And then Jack like comes and finds her and he's like, what's going on? And they like start to have a heart to heart. And she's like, there's nothing for me in New York. And Jack's like, girl, don't let your fucking parents stop you from going. Like, it doesn't have to be your parents' city. Like, we can make it our own. We'll do new stuff. It'll be chill. And she's like, no, man, I'm afraid. I'm afraid to go back. And he's like, look, we can go somewhere else. The most important thing to me is that, wherever we go together. Um, but I think you should be a good little psychologically damaged child. Go back to therapy and work this out. Because I do really want to go to New York City. So, I mean, Jack's mind is made up,
Yeah, he doesn't want to go to some like suburban, tiny college town where he's gonna be the only gay guy. He's like New York, man.
He wants to go where he can like wave his pride flag.
Yes,
I don't blame him.
I don't either. I'm like, Jack, you're right, and Jen will get to face her demons, so
Yeah,
it's a win-win.
True. Like they could just go. They could just like live in a different borough. Like I'm sure
New York is so big.
I'm sure Jen's parents are in Manhattan, so they can just stay in Queens or Brooklyn. Or
Yes, yeah, they're definitely on like the Upper East Side.
Yeah.
Yeah, New York is big enough for the four of them.
It's big. I've never run into my ex-boyfriend, not once.
I thought you did once.
I mean, the one, but the other one I never.
That was crazy though when you did that.
Oh my god. I ran into one of my exes on the way to a first date with another guy. It was so uncomfortable. And he was like, oh my god, I'm so happy to see you. What are you up to? Can I text you? And I'm like, why the fuck would you text me? Like, what? I'm going on a date right now. Oh, it was so uncomfortable, listeners.
Oh, Mary.
Listeners, yeah. He had to like ruin my first date with some fucking exes.
Boo.
So anyway, but it's very rare that you run into them. So when you do, it's like freakish. Because it's such a big city.
Yeah, I feel like that would be really creepy. I'd be like, what? Whoa.
Yeah, I mean, you just have to, like, make sure you know where their favorite bars are and, like, stay away. Yeah, so basically Mitch and Gail show up at this party, too. Like, really, everyone's invited. Where's Grams?
Oh, where is
Like,
Grams?
she would show up.
Well, she's like, it's for that Joey Potter. I don't approve.
Yeah, she's like, oh, she's a hot. Mitch, I heard she had sex.
At the ski trip.
On a ski trip. No,
That's how Dawson finds out.
Scandalous. Yeah, that would be wild. So Mitch and Gail show up. They're offering their congratulations. And they offer Dee a big old envelope from USC. Ooh. It's a big one, baby. It's got a big package. I mean, this was kind of awkward, like, to bring this to someone else's party.
Yeah, I thought this was in poor taste.
It's kind of in poor taste. But we think that they're, like, celebrating. But still, it's awkward for the other friends that are there.
I know. Like, just wait. You don't need to do it right then.
Yeah. Steal the, thunder.
Right. It does totally take up the attention away from Joey.
Yeah. But I was also very happy for Dee.
Oh, I know. This was great. He's in.
Because he got in USC. I'm so happy for him. But Joey is not happy for Dee. Kind of obviously. Which is like the opposite reaction that he had when he heard her good news and the tables were turned.
Yeah. Yeah, Joey just like, Dee's in, she's out. She's like storming the scene. She's left.
Yeah.
I think she's like about to cry in front of everyone, so she's like, gotta run away.
Gotta go.
Yeah. No, she's really struggling. And then Dee follows her inside. And she quickly tells him the truth. So at least Joey's not trying to keep it a big secret. But yeah, then Dawson, kind of without missing a beat, is like, well, you need money. That's a stupid reason not to go to your dream school. I have all this money I inherited from AI. You should take this money and,
oh my god.
Go to Worthington.
Wow.
And Joey's really like uncomfortable with the suggestion. She's like, wow, that's a very generous offer, but I can't do that. Dawson's like, just think about it. Take your time, take a day, take 2 days, take as long as you want, but promise me that you'll consider it. Because he's like, money should not be important. That's how you know it's someone that has never had to struggle with money.
Right, right.
But very, very quickly, it seems like almost immediately, Joey's in Dawson's bedroom. I was like, that was very fast.
Funny that.
Yeah, I was like,
Money
what
comes
happened
into
with the rest of
play.
the barbecue? All right, I guess we're just jumping that whole shark and going right to the
Yep.
convo.
Barbecue's over. Everybody go home.
I know, like, I'm curious. Like, do people stay? Do they eat?
Did they realize?
I know. Were they just like, oh, we're going to talk about Subway?
Joey's crying for no reason, so barbecue's off.
Yeah, it was very abrupt.
Oh my god. Girl, did you think this was? What did you think of him offering the money?
What I think of him offering? Well, I kind of saw it coming.
Yeah, but did you think it was like wise?
I thought it was nice. I thought it was like very generous for a friend to do.
Do you think he should have done it?
Yeah, why not? I mean, Dawson clearly didn't need it, you know?
Wow. Would you do it?
I would like to think I would.
Really?
Yeah, I mean, maybe I wouldn't because I'd be too selfish, but if I had a best friend who worked, I mean, Joey worked so hard all of her life pretty much to have this opportunity, and she gets in, and then it's like something is like annoying as money that keeps her from realizing her dream. And if
Yeah, but why does she have to go to Worthington?
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I feel like that never came up. Like, I never heard, like, it's Worthington or bust.
Yeah, I've never heard that. And what about, like, I don't know, like, what about Dee's dreams?
Well, D got his dream. I feel like if he didn't get into USC, then it would have been a different conversation.
Yeah, you go to film school, but you still need seed money to make a film. Like, it's not like you go to film school and they let you direct a film, like, be a director. Like, you go to film school and you still have to pay all this money to make your first movie.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, Dawson's too big of hearted to even think of that.
Crazy. He's crazy big.
Yeah. Did you take issue with it? Do you think it was...
No, I thought it was too generous, though. Too big of a gift. I think he is kind of sabotaging their friendship because I know he says it's not going to affect it, but how could it not? It's $60,000 or $15,000. I don't know how much he gives her. He might just give her for the first year, but it seems too big, and I don't know. Like it would have to affect it. And Joey's like, I could never pay you back, but like. Girl, yes, you could. Like, down the line.
Yeah, down the line you could. Yeah.
Or you could pay him, slowly. Without interest. You know what I mean?
Yeah, right.
So, I just think, also, if it was, like, a friend was paying for me to go to college, I would feel so much more pressure to, like... really enjoy it and to do everything perfectly.
Well, that's a good point. I think I would feel that way too. I'd be like, oh my god, I better like get good grades. I better make this worthwhile. I better get a good job. Like, it'd probably be a lot of stress.
Yeah, it'd be very stressful.
Whereas otherwise, it's like, well...
Dawson's like her benefactor, like from Great Expectations, and she's like a little pip.
Right! You know? Oh my god. I mean, that is
like
a weird dynamic. It is.
It's kind
of like in a way, a power dynamic, too.
Yeah, again, yes. Because it's just like with the regatta. When he was like, I'll sponsor your boat for money, and then you fucking... Right? Like, he's always wielding money. I think this was genuinely like a very selfless gift, and I think he did it out of the kindness and goodness of his heart. But I think money does complicate things.
Yeah, I definitely agree with that. Yeah. I
don't think he had a nefarious motive.
Right.
I just think it's hard for it not to complicate things. It's very difficult.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I don't think Dawson's even considering that. But Joey clearly is.
Right, because she understands a little bit more about how money can make you do things you never thought you would do, like with her dad selling drugs, etc., etc. Her dad becoming an arsonist.
Listener, is not true. Our
Listeners,
new listener.
is it true? Listeners, is it true?
Oh, new listener. You have a lot to catch up on.
You got a lot to catch up on. You got to back listen. You're going to have about 400 hours.
Of this? Oh, baby. Oh, my God. Yeah, I don't know. That'll be interesting to see. And Joey is on the bad side of that equation, so.
Right. Well, she's on the good side in that she gets free money.
Oh, right. But I guess she has the less power in the power dynamic.
Yeah.
But yeah, Dawson's just like, hey, I'll throw my dollar bills, throw them in the air, like I just don't care.
He's like, I just want to chop my money.
Yeah, his little speech was nice. Like, well, back when they're in the bedroom.
Yeah, the boudoir.
The Dawson boudoir, which looks like so much darker now. There's like a lot of dark wood in there that I don't recall. We haven't been there in a little bit. But she comes over and she tells him that she decided she can't take his money because she'd never be able to pay him back. And that she doesn't want Dawson to feel sorry for her. That's like a big thing this episode. She's like, keeps saying, I don't want to be pitied. I don't want him to feel bad for me. But Dawson's like, look, Joey, I saw you go through all this struggle, all these problems. And that's when she's like, don't pity me. And he's like, but no, it was like all stuff that there was nothing I could possibly do to help fix it. And this is one thing that I can help fix for you. You know, like you have all this pain in your life. This one, I can handle this. I was like, oh, Dawson.
It's jumping into that caretaker daddy role.
Yeah, well, they're going to be joined for life. It's almost like having a child, kind of. Like even if, like, she does pay him back, like, it's all going to be, like, whatever future success you have, you kind of owe to Dawson.
Yeah.
So.
If it wasn't for the D, your whole life would have been different.
Yes, that's pretty hardcore. Even psychologically, that's a lot.
It is.
Man. Speaking of psychological. Back with Jen and... Is his name Frost, Mary?
Who?
The
therapist. Maybe. I don't know. All I could picture was like... What was that, like, Frosty the Snowman, or, like, that guy from, I don't know, one of those, like, creatures of the snowy creatures.
Frosty the Snowman is probably who you're thinking of.
Not him, but the one who's got, like, the icicle nose.
Oh, yeah, that's from Frosty, I think, but...
Yeah, I don't know.
Like Old Man Winter, I don't know.
Yeah, something shady.
That's so funny.
So this was, like... Yeah, really weird, because Frosty was like, did you... He kind of looks like Frosty.
Yeah, he does. He really does look like, oh my God. There's one little corncob pipe in his mouth. It's this dead ringer.
And, yep.
That's like...
And something made out of
birthday. It's not as...
Happy birthday!
Crazy as that, but... It's a little flower in his hat. Oh my God. That's funny.
Oh,
listeners, if you're artsy, make a little, like, look-alike graphic of that.
Of the therapist is Frosty the Snowman. So basically, Frosty's like, did you know that therapy was designed for 4 sessions a week? That's my Frosty voice. And I'm like, 4 sessions a week? I'm going to need a loan from Dawson to afford that. That is expensive.
Oh, my God.
Right?
Yeah, well, Jen, another rich baby.
Yeah, she's a rich bitch. But this is another thing harkening back to the shrink next door. Just the exorbitant amount of money that they can charge.
Wow.
People that are rich and don't know the rates. Or just get taken advantage of. So, yeah, Jen's like super upset today because she can't even remember that what she's suppressing some memory of her dad. And therapist's like, is there anyone else who was hanging out with you a lot during that time who might have been in the room during your final conversation with your dad? I mean, this is like, seems so random. It's like, how do you even know? Like, maybe that was the last time, but maybe not. So she's like racking her brains, like, I don't know. And like, that's like it. That's like a short scene.
Yeah, I never heard of a therapist asking. That was kind of an interesting question. Like, well, who else might know? Instead of like, think into your deep subconscious. That's what I would expect a therapist to say.
I know, yeah, because it's like, can you even trust these other people's opinions?
Yeah, I don't know. That surprised me.
Yeah. But I don't know. I mean, sometimes your therapist is like, well, what did so and so think about that?
Yeah, practically it did make a lot of sense. I was kind of impressed. I was like, oh, Jen could actually figure that out by asking someone. It's not, well, I guess it's not like when you're like a baby. Like, there's no one you could ask.
No, yeah.
It's just like a random feeling. But for this, yeah.
Right.
So yeah, we'll have some fun scenes with our favorite terrible guy, Dirty Drue.
Dirty Drue.
Dirty dog, dirty Drue.
Another dirty D.
I know. I was thinking, I was like, he is a dirty Drue. The dogs are out of the pound.
Who let the dogs out? Who? Listeners, I apologize.
Yeah, you should apologize for that one.
Christine, you're supposed to have my back.
I know, I'm just kidding. It was funny. I'm glad that you.
Thank you.
You saying that.
It was my first, other than my terrible attempt at Frosty the Snowman. I don't know any of the words.
You don't know any of the words?
No, I tried. It was like something made out of snow. I don't know.
A corncob pipe and a button nose and 2 eyes made out of coal.
Oh, I thought it was something made out of snow.
That might be a second verse. I don't know.
No, I think you're right. The coal.
Yeah, the coal. That's definite.
One time I got Christine Cole candy for Christmas, and she like acted all offended.
I did. I must have blocked that. I don't remember that. I remember the coal candy.
You were like, oh, coal. Why did you give me coal?
Well, Mary, no one wants coal for Christmas.
I'm like, because it's a cute package and it's candy. It's not like I got it from an art museum. Okay. You were like all bitchy about it.
Oh, well, Mary, my feelings. I'm like D. I'm so sensitive.
Yeah, you are like D. Sorry, you weren't bitchy about it. I'm sorry.
Are you gonna make me cry in the pod?
No. Okay, so Pacey thinks that $15K is a lot of money to give someone with no strings attached.
Ooh. Yeah, Dawson's like, well, he didn't even say. I feel like he didn't even say anything. And then Pacey's like, what are you saying? I'm not good enough for Joey? and
what?
Didn't he say that?
Who did?
Pacey.
To who?
To D?
Oh, I don't remember that.
Because then I wrote down, Dawson said, that's not what I said, and that's not what I meant. I feel like Dawson didn't say anything, and Pacey just...
I don't remember that at all. I just remember Dawson saying, Joey beat the odds, she got into college, and I'm not going to watch her lose it all over money.
Yeah.
And then Dawson was like, can you see her being happy at any other school? And Pacey said no. And Dawson said, me neither.
Right. Yeah, it was a quick exchange. I think they're a little...
I could have missed it. It was a little tense.
Yeah. But then, they both came to an agreement about that.
Yeah. Oh, boy. Oh, boy. This is more D inserting himself in the middle of that relationship.
D is just destined to be that wedge. There's no getting around that D.
Oh, there's no getting around it. No getting around that D.
Stick it up right in the middle of them.
Oh my god, I love this whole exchange between Jen and Drue. Jen's like, Drue, I need to talk to you. And Drue's like, to what do I owe this displeasure? And Jen's like, I need to talk to you, Captain A-hole. No, you would like that, right? Because you love Moby Dick?
Oh, I didn't hear her say Captain A-hole. That's funny. I do love Moby Dick.
Yeah. Well, I knew it because I had my subtitles on, which was very helpful.
Oh, good. Good call. I know, it's sometimes so hard.
I put them on for Big Little Lies because they were like being real whispery or something.
Oh.
Or we had the fan on. I don't know. I couldn't hear anything that was being said.
Yeah.
So, yeah, so it's helpful.
Yeah, this is a good exchange. Well, I think.
Oh yeah, because
Oh, go ahead.
then then he's like, yeah, you not talking to me for months has been really damaging to my ego. We used to be friends over a mutual intense desire to feel nothing. And Jen's just like, let's get to the facts. What happened the last night that we were together in New York City? And he's like, okay, basically, you were getting sent away. So we got messed up at your parents' house. No, at my parents' house. Doug's parents. Drue's parents. Oh God.
Doug's.
Drue's parents' house. They got all drunkety. And then they decided to get some drugs at Washington Square Park, or as my friend calls it, Wash Square Park. I don't know why. Well, Washington Square Park. Then they went back to Jen's place, hooked up on her parents' sofa a little bit, messed around just a little bit, hid in her room when they heard the parents coming. And then Drue like starts like getting all exaggerations. He's like, yeah, and your mom joined in. And I was like, that's disgusting. And Jen's just like, okay, Drue, you suck. You're not helping me at all. Yeah. And she gets mad.
Yeah.
What do you think?
Well, I thought it was interesting. I think Drue was like, Jen, you don't remember? Like, he was surprised she didn't remember.
Right.
And she does not remember anything. But Drue doesn't want to help. He's choosing not to remember. If he could block it, he would, I think.
You think?
Well, just judging by their conversation later.
Right.
It was a bit painful for him, too.
Ooh. This is, I think, why Becca's a Drue stan.
Oh, she feels bad for him?
Yeah, because I remember she tweeted us and she was like, well, what if it was Jen that actually broke Drue's heart?
Oh, okay.
I'm like, well, it's no excuse to be a jerky.
Drue is just really a jerk, though. And he was such a jerk to Joey. Yeah. I mean, he's a little sleazy.
I know. Yeah, he's unnecessarily cruel to so many people.
Yeah.
But I guess, Becca's got a soft spot for the brunettes. So I think that's
true.
I think that might be influencing a bit,
Yeah.
He's dreamy
Becca
Drue.
thinks Drue's hot.
Christine, do you think Drue is dreamy? Wow, we have really regressed to like fourth grade.
I know, I couldn't help it.
Do you think Drue is sexy? I'm sure we've had this conversation before, but he's changed a bit in the episode.
I feel like he could get to me. Like, I feel like that's the most honest way I could say it.
He could convince me.
He could convince me. Yeah, totally, he could.
Christine, my favorite quote, like one of my favorite quotes that you ever said was, "It is very easy to convince a man that you're hot."
I stand.
You're like, they just desperately want to believe it. It's very easy to convince them that you're really hot.
I stand by it. Yeah.
Such a funny thing to say. I feel like that's basically what you're saying. Drue could convince you that he's hot with a little legwork.
Yeah, I think he could. Yeah. Yeah. I think he's like kind of funny and playful, so that goes a little bit of a way.
Yeah, a little bit of like mischievous.
Attitude. Yeah, he's got some mischief, like a little cocky, but not like too much.
Yeah, too much is too much, obviously,
yes.
But just enough, a sprinkle.
Mm-hmm. And Drue would probably amuse me, so that would be...
Yeah, I bet you'd be laughing at his
I
jokes.
would. Like, Drue Valentine. It's just like, who the heck are you? Yeah.
Who are you, Drue? Drue.
That too. I was like, oh my god.
Oh my god. So, Joey basically says to Pacey, like, you know what? I'm just going to take a year off. I'm going to stay in Cape Side for a year, declare myself financially independent from Bessie, and I'm going to reapply. And Pacey's like, fuck no. If you do that, you're never leaving this town.
Yeah, Pacey's like...
What did you think about her plan?
The plan I thought was okay, but I was like, surely she must have gone into another school that's affordable. Like, why wait a year?
Yeah, go to community college for 1 year and then transfer
Yeah,
over.
it was like, I wouldn't put a whole year, because then if you're going to reapply to the same school, I don't know. There's no guarantee you're going to get in. Like, just do something else. It doesn't really
Yeah.
matter. Listeners, it doesn't really matter what school you go to.
That's what I
I
think.
really don't think it does.
Right.
You know? Like, not really. It's
Yeah.
probably
I
better
don't
to go
think
to a
so.
cheaper one, because then you're not in all that debt.
Yeah, not in debt.
It depends on what you're
Yeah.
studying, I guess, but really, like, for a liberal arts education, just go wherever the hell,
Yeah.
you know?
For the things a lot of people study, it's not
Yeah.
that big a deal.
Yeah. Especially undergrad. I don't know.
I know, right, exactly. I mean, really, Joey should be like, yeah, going to a cheap undergrad, maybe getting her master's, and then get paid to get her PhD.
Yeah, Joey's gonna be a brain, you know?
If she's really as smart as we're being led to believe.
Right, right. Yeah, I haven't seen the evidence.
You know?
No, she seems smart, but I don't know. She's really hung up on this one school. And
Yeah,
Pace,
for whatever reason.
I know. First we've heard of it, but yeah. It's
Right,
not like the Gilmore Girls
exactly.
where Rory is like obsessed with like that one school the whole time. Harvard. Yeah, but then she goes.
But then she doesn't go there. She goes to Yale.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Plot twist.
Because that's where her grandpa went.
Right. She got the legacy interview.
So she gets that legacy.
Yeah.
Yeah. Another person who doesn't deserve anything she gets. Well, not that Joey doesn't deserve it, just Rory.
Rory studied a lot.
Yes, but she is a very annoying character because she, like, shows up, I mean, in the, like, remake or whatever, she, like, shows up to job interviews totally unprepared.
Oh, I didn't see the remake.
Oh, you didn't?
No.
Or you didn't see the 4?
No, I know. I haven't even finished the original Gilmore Girls.
What the fuck?
I know, I'm so slow. There's so many.
You were watching it years ago.
I know, and then I stopped.
Oh, you stopped.
Yeah.
Oh,
I should get back into it. I like the show.
I also just, I don't, Rory's constantly cheating on people.
Really?
Yeah. Or being a mistress.
Oh, she did cheat on Dean, I think, right? With Jess?
She cheated. And then, well, maybe,
I don't remember.
I don't know. But then,
yeah.
I mean, it's too much cheating. But anyway, it's totally irrelevant to what we're talking about now. So we gotta stick with,
sorry, listeners. Yeah, go back.
No, it's my fault. Sorry, listeners. I feel like I'm all over the place tonight.
No, I think we're alright.
So then we're back with Drue. He shows up at Jen's house. He has come to apologize to Jen and to finally tell her the truth because he does remember and he thinks she deserves to know. So basically he says, Jen, you were really wasted that night. I brought you to my place. And you told me about getting busted with Billy. Oh, no.
Yeah, that's right.
Or they were at Jen's place.
Yeah, I think it was Jen's.
Yeah, they were at Jen's place.
Yeah.
And basically he could tell that she was just like kind of waiting for him to make a move on her, but she didn't seem into it. They didn't really get too far, I guess, with the messing around. Before the parents got home, her dad was like super, super mad at her, called her a slut, and Jen, called her dad a hypocrite, and then the dad threw Drue out of the house.
What did you say? He like tossed my ass or something? It was funny.
Yeah, something like that. So basically Drue tells her, like, the fight with your dad, it wasn't about us. Nothing that night was about us. And she's like, oh no, I used you to piss off my dad, didn't I? And she's like, basically, like, I'm really sorry I used you. And he's like, it's cool.
Yeah.
So, what did you think of this exchange?
Well, I was happy to see Drue do the right thing and tell Jen the truth and be a little vulnerable.
Yeah.
And I feel like Jen needed to hear that, and then she was like, oh, all right. I also thought it was funny where Drue was like, it's okay, I figured you were just a lesbian, and Jen was like, I wish.
Yeah, that's true.
But then she apologized to him, so I think that's good too. That was good for her too.
Right.
So I think we're seeing forward progress here. Jen's
I hope
on her
so.
road to New York as we speak.
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah.
You think that's where she'll end up?
Probably. Yeah, if
Yeah.
Jack wants it so bad. I think so. Jen
Mm.
likes it too. I mean, you could tell the way she talks about it.
Right.
Um,
Um, yeah.
yeah, oh, married. Yeah, Joey's back at the D's.
Yeah.
She really has something to get off her chest. I mean, this has been weighing on her just as heavy as the Worthington news. Although the Worthington
Mm.
news really overshadowed it for everybody, I think. It put it, it was nice, actually. I didn't really think about it until now, but it put it into perspective in a good way. It's like, yeah, this is a huge deal for the characters' lives, but life is going to get more serious, and here's an example.
Very true.
But Joey tells Dawson basically that when he asked her that very personal question, that magical night where they felt like they were back to normal, she did not tell him the truth. She lied, and she and Pacey got it on at the ski trip.
Whew.
Yeah. And Dawson looks kind of concerned, but then I think he's like, he's just sad that he's not the most important person in Joey's life. But I'm like, Dawson, you're not her boyfriend. Like, you're not.
Like, that's been the
Yeah,
case
I was sad when he said
for
that. I was
months.
kind of like, but yeah, like, no, you're not. Like,
Yeah.
and it seemed like he was okay with it, but no, he's not.
No.
Um, I don't know. Was there more to that? Was that it?
No, it was really straightforward.
Yeah. But yeah, it wasn't like overblown dramatic. It was just
No.
telling the truth, man.
Oh man. So, Jen's therapist says, Jen's gonna remember this fight. I don't know. My notes don't make sense. Jen's therapist says she'll remember what the fight was about when she remembers what it was about.
Mary, that's a
what?
tautological note. That's funny.
That's pretty terrible.
I think
note.
I have written she's not ready to know the truth. Oh, but Mary, maybe he did say that because I have a quote written down from her, which maybe was a follow-up that says, "You're a real font of wisdom today." So snarky
maybe.
comeback. Because I couldn't hear that
possible.
therapist comment. So it might be what he said.
Yeah, that could have been it.
That's a stupid thing for him to say. Wow.
Very stupid. Yeah, so basically he's like, you're not in therapy. Like, the reason that you're in therapy is not to stop hating your dad. It's to stop hating yourself.
Ooh, what a truth bomb.
Yeah, she's crying out for love. Her childhood was stolen. She stays on a self-destructive path because she blames herself. I just want to see Jen thriving.
I know. So does the therapist. He's like,
I want to see Jen 30 and flirty and thriving.
Just Jen, Mary. Just Jen.
Just Jen, for God's sake, just Jen.
Yeah. Yeah. The therapist, for a minute, I was like, does he have transference? Because he was like, Jen, you're a beautiful, innocent, brilliant, smart, blah, blah, blah woman. And I'm here to help you see that. I want you to see how you shine or something.
And Jen's like, I'm a bitch.
Yeah, Frosty got all melty over that.
Frosty.
Could be a little puddle on the floor soon.
Fan those flames.
But Jen did look radiant. She looked really happy.
Oh, as always.
Oh,
Duh. Jen enlists Jack's help to remember. This time she's just staring at a goldfish in a bowl, trying to jog her memory. I don't really think that's going to help.
Oh, right. Yeah, they just watched the fish. Well, Frosty said if you do this like meditative type exercise, I don't know, it'll float up out of your subconscious to you. I've never tried it personally, but I have heard of meditative practices where you stare at a flame or you like just focus on one thing like that. So I was like, yeah, I could kind of see back in the ancient like, yeah, I don't know. I didn't know current
Um,
therapists would recommend it, but I feel like a yogi or like a Buddha meditator person would.
but then I was curious because like didn't we just learn like the fight was I mean, I know Drue said the fight wasn't about Drue and Jen, but it was about sex, right?
Yeah, well, I think the fight was probably like the dad had just found her and Billy doing it in his
Yeah.
bed, so he kicked them out. And then Jen was like, "Oh, I want to push your buttons more." And the dad was like, "Jen, I can't believe you did this again, blah, 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 what, blah, blah, you're a slut, get out of here, guy." And like, yeah, it was about Jen, it wasn't about.
Right, but then why is she saying she still can't remember?
Maybe she can't remember all the details. Or maybe, like, now that Drue told her, she thinks it'll come back. But if she was really drunk, I feel like,
Yeah, girl, that's
yeah, you
lost.
can't.
It's not coming
I
back to
don't
you.
know. Yeah, I don't know if your mind will let you remember that.
No, because what happens if you're like that drunk is your brain loses the ability to form memories, so it's not in your brain.
Oh, so it's like it kind of never happened.
Yeah, you can't recall it.
Well, they're going to be looking at that fish for quite a while.
Right.
Um,
So,
I think we. Oh, I'm
Doss.
sorry. I thought we jumped a little bit ahead because I think Joey
Oh,
might have told Pacey before that happens that she told Dawson that they
yes.
had sex.
Yeah.
My God, what a
Yep.
crazy. Yeah.
The gossip mill
Yeah,
continues.
and Pacey told Joey that he had that reaction that he had about the financial aid. So they both
Right.
kind of came clean, which is good. That made me feel a little bit more secure on the Pacey Joey ship.
Oh, that's
Yeah, I was
good.
like, they're being honest. That's good. And then I think they had, oh yeah, they had that conversation on the porch where Joey is telling Pacey like, I want you to stop thinking that you're holding me back, because Pacey feels like he is holding her back, and she's like, you're
Yeah.
not. And Pacey's like, well, just promise me one thing. Promise me that if you ever do feel like I'm holding you back, you'll just cut me loose. Um,
That's like what?
yeah, and Joey's like, no, I can't do that because then I'm promising to leave you. I don't want to do that. Like, no. So that made me worried about the ship again. So the ship is
The
rocky.
ship's on rocky waters.
Yeah, I was like, oh, gonna need a seasick bag here.
Yeah, you're like, oh, this ship needs to upright itself.
Yes. So there were some waves going on.
Oh, too bad, too bad. So sad.
Yeah. Sorry, Mary. Then I think they did the fish
Um,
thing.
Yes. And then we're like, Dawson is waiting outside for Joey. Which again, I feel like every episode now they're ending it outside.
They like their
By some body
tropes,
of
don't
water.
they? Yeah.
Yeah, they love, can't get enough of them. So basically Dawson's like, Joey, you underestimate me. Well, actually, we underestimate each other. Just like you felt that things were finally right between us when we were outside the movie theater and you were lying to me about your sex life. I also thought something was finally right between us that night. Here's a big fat check.
Ah!
He's certain about what they mean to each other, and I'm like, as friends? Or are you like putting a gamble on being more than friends? And he wants her to have the money. And he's like, you're gonna have some of the best years of your life at Worthington, and I want to hear all about them.
Yeah.
And I'm like, so you're basically like paying her to be your friend,
Oh, Dawson.
right? Like, you can't stop being my friend now. I own you for 4 years.
It's a big the power play. Yeah. I mean, it's like I'm giving you this,
girl.
but that's the string. Like,
That's the string.
yeah. Yeah,
What
it's
do
a
you
little
think?
icky.
Yeah.
But like, I don't know. It's also sweet. And it's a lot. It's a lot of conflicting things.
It's very complicated.
Yeah, yeah.
I don't think it's the last we'll be hearing about old AI Brooks and his money.
No, definitely not. I'm curious. See, I'm very curious to see where this is all going. listeners.
Me too.
Very curious.
Very curious.
Yeah, well, that's the episode. Our characters are going to college, after all.
It's a wrap.
Except for Pacey.
Maybe. We
No
don't
one
know
knows.
why.
No one knows.
Yeah, he was thinking about it, and then he decided not to.
I know. He should.
Yeah, if he wants to.
Yeah. Well, listeners, that's that.
That's that. Oh my god. So, Christine, how did you do with your dares?
How did I do? Mary, I'm kind of upset with myself because I really thought I'd be able to say at least one. I thought I could say multiple, and I didn't say them.
Christine, what the hell?
I know. It's embarrassing.
Well, yeah, listeners, breathe a sigh of relief because I did not
Oh,
either.
they faked us out.
Yeah. Got him. Yeah, I could have done it today too, the coffee, because I went out for coffee, but there's never enough coffee in your coffee. I'd have to drink someone else's coffee, and I'm not going to do that. It's weird.
Yeah, that's a little strange.
So, today was a big fat fail for both of us. But we did the podcast, so cut us some slack. At least we recorded.
I second that.
Yeah.
We did record, and hey, well, maybe we'll do our dares this week.
Yeah, you never know.
You can never know with us. Although it's probably a safe bet if you're a betting person. Probably not.
Probably not. So let me see. I took out some good ones. So, okay, are you ready?
Oh, I am ready, Mary.
Okay, so you can say, today is about the future.
Oh, okay. Today is about the future. Interesting. It's not about the present?
It's about the future.
About the future. Okay.
Let me see what other good ones I have.
I know, I wrote down kind of a lot this time. To make up for last time where I didn't.
Okay, you could say, to what do I owe this displeasure?
Ooh, snarky.
A snarky Drue quote.
Yeah, true.
Or you can say... It's kind of weird to get your dream.
Oh, hopefully I say that. It would be nice to get my dream.
Ooh,
But maybe it'd be kind of weird.
Wouldn't it just?
Yeah. All right. Well, hopefully I can say one of these options.
Hopefully so.
Let's see, Mary. What should I give you?
Give me something good.
That one's kind of sad. Don't know if you want a sad one. Oh, maybe I kind of want to give you this Dawson one, which I already mentioned, but that's not what I said, and that's not what I meant. I like that. That reminds me kind of like a Lucille Bluth quote.
Oh, yeah, a little bit.
Like, I don't understand it, and I won't respond to it. I love her. Okay. Do you want a sad one, a dramatic one, a snarky one, or
Dramatic.
dramatic? What was the dramatic one?
Snarky.
Well, snarky was your real font of wisdom today. That could be a funny. I could feel like I could see you saying that. And then the dramatic one, I believe. Well, oh yeah, it was this one. You're here to stop hating yourself.
Ooh,
I know, dramatic, right?
Yeah. I don't know when I'll say
I know. Well, another dramatic. This is also kind of dramatic. We both have an intense desire to feel nothing. But that's kind of depressing.
It is.
There were the people were kind of struggling with some real stuff this episode.
It was a heavy.
Yeah.
Heavy
Some meat got unpacked. Oh, Mary, no. Can I give you this one because I meant to?
No, I have 5. Yeah, but yeah, go ahead.
Oh, okay. Well, I was going to give you spoken like someone who's never been groped on a subway before. Because you take the subway. All right, I gave you too many.
I do. No, it's okay.
Yeah.
Hopefully I'll say one.
Yeah, that increases the odds, maybe.
It might, yeah. Okay, I'll give you another one just to make it fair.
Aw, okay.
You can give someone $60,000.
Oh my god. Woo! I'm not even
as a
not even
dare.
writing that down. That's funny.
And then demand their
60K, yeah, I'd be like, I want to hear all about it.
You're all about how you
Like,
spend this.
fill me in. Wow, listeners. Well, I have a challenge this week.
Next week, Christine might be very poor.
Yeah, if I'm like sounding really hungry or like disjointed or like a little worried, you know why.
A little worried.
Like, 60K down now. Oh dear. Oh my god. Well, listeners, thanks for listening. We do this podcast for us, but we also do it for you. Because it's been very rewarding to get to know the people out there listening to Mary and I and enjoying what they hear and liking that our take on the Dawson and his whole Creek crew. If you're on Twitter, you can interact with us there. We're at Wah Dawson Cries, WAH Dawson Cries. It's fun to hear from our listeners, get their opinions on the show, on the pod, on theories, on all sorts of things. And then if you listen on iTunes and you like our podcast, please feel free to leave us a review. That's also super exciting when we see those. We've said it before on the pod. If this is your first time listening, go back. You'll hear us say how much it makes our day when we get a 5-star review. But yeah, I think that's all we have, Mare.
Yeah, that's a wrap. And hopefully we'll see you next week.
Yes, we look forward to it, listeners. Thank you for listening.
Yes. Bye-bye.
Bye.